The foot that is completely dorsiflexed, like what you have the patients do. Oh, that's me. It's dorsiflexed, like much like what you would have a patient do when you're shooting your ankle. Okay, so for the one that's dorsiflexed like this, we're going to shoot the AP ankle, the mortise view, which is the shallow oblique, the lateral ankle, the calcaneus, the lateral calcaneus, and the lateral foot, all on this phantom. Okay. With this other phantom that is not dorsiflexed, you're going to shoot your AP axial foot and your AP medial oblique foot. Okay. I'm only going to show you today the calcaneus foot and ankle. The knee I'll show you guys next week so that we can get shooting. All right. So let's start out with the calcaneus. I think that's the first one. So the CR on the calcaneus, you'll notice, is 40 degrees cephalic, entering to the base of the third, I have to go like this, the third metatarsal, okay? So how am I going to do? You should probably send over there.
Okay. Sorry.
All right. And notice also, remember that because we're shooting on large films, I'm going to expect quite a bit of collimation, okay? So you can open it up just to make sure that you're centered. All right? Bless you. And then you can start collimating down to whatever you need. Okay, so for the AP axial calcaneus, it's 40 degrees cephalic. And then you're going to want to make sure that you are centered. Right here, right? Okay. And then what you can do is, so it's going to be positioned thusly, and then you're just going to position it so that the central ray is entering at the base of the third metatarsal. Okay, so what I would do is I would put my finger on it and just keep moving until your finger is in the light field. Right about there. Okay? And then sponge. I would put my marker right there. Sponge, sponge. That's it. Okay?
Is it on the third metatarsal?
It's probably not. I really can't see. Is that better? Okay. So if that were the case, then I would open up and down to make sure that I have enough light field. Okay? So this is the So this is the AP axial calcaneus. All right. For technique, whatever technique you guys decide to figure out for the ankle or the feet or whatever, notice that the SID here is quite a bit greater than 40. So you're going to make quite a bit of an adjustment. Okay? All right, so that is the AP axial calcaneus. The lateral calcaneus. Squeaky. Yado. Okay, it's going to be lengthwise on the imaging plate. We're going to do a mediolateral projection. So what does that mean?
It's kind of going through the medial and exit the lateral.
So which side is going to be closest to the IR?
The lateral.
Perfect. Well, that's not a pinky, bro. Is that toe? The pinky toe. Pinky. For Mannery, we'll put it that way. Okay, so the CR is going to answer perpendicular to 1 inch distal to the medial malleolus. So here's the medial malleolus here, 1 inch distal to that. Be right about there. Okay, and this one I'm collimated to 5 by 5. All right, questions about that one? So those are the two projections for the calcaneus.
1
Okay.
inch distal to
1 inch distal to the medial malleolus.
That's the medial malleolus right there.
No, the one that we feel is right here.
Yeah, that's the one. Okay.
What's the actual cassette you'd use at 10 by 12?
8 by 10.
8 by 10?
No, look at the.
Oh, yeah, 8 by 10. I'm sorry, yeah.
Or 18 by 24.
Okay.
Or 180 by 240.
That's the tricky one, is centimeters.
Okay? Questions on these two? Excellent. All right, so let's do the AP axial foot. This is going to be on a 24 by 30. And
10
it's
by
an
12.
axial projection, right? So 10 degrees cephalic. Okay, so again, we're using the foot that's angled, okay? The CR is directed 10 degrees cephalically towards the base of the third metatarsal link. So right there, and then we can collimate left to right a little bit. Okay? If you guys are shooting in the other room and you get the right foot, it's a little tricky. On this one, it just so happens to be when you lay it flat, it's perfectly AP. On that one, it has really rounded edges, so when you lay it down, it looks a little internally rotated. Or I'm sorry, internally rotated. So in that other room, what you have to do is you have to put a sponge in on one side to make the metatarsals look AP, okay? But in this room, if you shoot in here, it's just like that. All right? Questions? Okay. For the medial oblique, we're going to recenter to where I are. And remember that in this room, this has the table side, right? So we're at 40. In the other room, you're going to be shooting at 42, right? Because we're shooting on tabletop. So we're going to just do the medial oblique. Okay, it's a shallow oblique. It's, I believe it's 30 degrees. So if you grab a 30-degree sponge. Still centered, perpendicular to the base of the third metatarsal.
It's 30 degrees cephalic.
Medially. No, 30.
Oh, the foot. Okay.
30 degrees medially.
No angulation on this side.
No angulation. Okay.
So if you cannot angle the foot, you can angle the tube, right?
Correct.
Would that be 30?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Questions? Concerns?
No angle.
Straight.
just
Perpendicular to the third MTP for the medial oblique of the foot. Okay. So for the lateral, we're going to switch over to the dorsiflexed foot, and again, we're going to do a medial lateral. Okay. So if you just lay the foot laterally like this, the CR is supposed to enter right at the medial or lateral malleolus. Okay. If you position it like that, what's going to happen? Remember when we shot the hands and you guys had a hard time getting the lateral hands so that all of the metacarpals were superimposed? If you just lay the foot on its side like this, you'll see them they won't be superimposed. And what I'm looking for is perfect superimposition. Okay, so to do that, you just lift up the ankle side a little bit. And if you look at it from the top, you'll see them superimposed. The other way you can check is if you put your hand along the bottom, along the palmar surface of the foot, or the plantar surface of the foot. If it's perpendicular, it's going to be fine. Okay? All right? Questions? Okay. So that was the calcaneus foot. All right, so now the ankle. All right, when we shoot the ankle, we're going to center, there's going to be no angulation, they're all straight PA, but we're going to do perpendicular. And in this case, the CR will be entering midway between the malleoli, so between the lateral and the medial side. So essentially right down the center of the foot, okay? one, I expect more collimation left to right than up and down. Because I think, have you guys shot these in the hospital?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So right, you try to include some of the proximal, the distal tib fib, right?
Yeah.
In case there's some incidental finding. Okay, so perpendicular to the mid-malleolus,
So this is the AP, right?
AP.
Excuse me.
Okay. For the oblique, there are two obliques that it talks about, and we'll talk about them in lecture as well as a little bit in here. There's the 45-degree angulation, and then there's also the mortise view. Okay, what I want you guys to shoot is the mortise view. That's the one that is only 20 degrees medial rotation. And what you'll see when you shoot it properly is you'll see the three articulations of the talus open up. Okay? So it's only a 20-degree angulation medially. Still centered perpendicular to the mid-malleoli.
That's usually what we do in clinicals, right?
But
I know that's
that's
what
not-
we-
that's why you shoot, right? You shoot a shallow. And what you see, have you shot one yet?
Yeah.
So you see all three articulations open,
Yeah.
right? Along the side.
But they just say what they call the, and I was kind of thinking like lines of 45, and they was like, oh, you only want to go like 20 degrees, and so.
Yeah, this is called the mortise.
That must be, these two epicondyle must be parallel to the.
They're called they're malleolus. So when you're positioning this in real life, what you can do is, if you're at the foot of the bed and the patient's foot is right here, if you put your fingers on each malleoli, rotate inward until your fingers are even, then your fingers are going to be parallel to the IR. Hold that position and shoot it. That works 100% of the time. Okay? So this is the mortise view of the ankle. All right? Questions? So 20 degrees, medially rotated. And then the last one we're going to do is the lateral for today. Okay, so again, we're going to do a medial lateral projection, and you're going to center right at the malleolus. You can actually shoot it without changing your collimation at all. Okay? The knee I'm going to show you guys next week because it's a little